All right, so in this one, we're going to be updating a actual instance inside of the shell using our serializer, model serializer, something that we've already kind of done, but we only did the create side of it. So if we go back into our code, we had some notes inside of the serializers about actually creating a new one. So we see data equals to data, and we're going to actually go off of something very similar to this, but instead of just data equals to data, we are going to do that data into a specific object. In this case, we're going to get back this object, which was an ID of 3. But if you remember the last one, we actually deleted it. So I already jumped into the Python shell, and I'm going to go ahead and copy the imports for this, which we have right here. Very simple. We're importing the model, and then we're going to import the serializer. So I'm going to go ahead and copy those, bring that in. And we're not able to import post serializer anymore because of how it was before. Instead, we'll do post detail serializer. So let's bring that in, and there we go. And I'm just going to change the code down here a little bit to post detail serializer. So the first thing I want to do is get the object from the post. So I'll say object equals to post.objects.get, and we'll say ID equals to 3. This should give us a specific object. If I press it, it says object exists, matching query does not exist. Well, it makes sense that it doesn't exist because we actually deleted it. So if I went to object ID equals to 2, I would see that now I don't have that error, right? So object is another item here. So if I just wanted to update that item to this new data, or the old data, whatever you want to look at it as, I can just grab it and do this. So I put the instance first and then the data there, and then we are going to go through and just come in here, and we'll say new item and dot data. And now we see that the ID is 2, but it's using all that other data. That's a very simple way on how we update it in the shell. Really not that complicated, right? Like this is essentially what you would be doing. So new item dot delete would do, well, you can't delete it, right? So that's not exactly how you would delete it, but at the very least, this is how you would update it. But since we already have the object, right? So we already have the object that we know, so obj is still that same object, we could do obj.delete. And that actually will delete that post. And now we do obj. It is giving us the ID of what it is. So let's just go object equals to post.objects.get ID equals to 2. And it says it does not exist, right? So the variable is still there, but the actual object is no longer there. Okay, cool. So if you have any questions on what we did here for update and delete, let us know. Otherwise, let's keep going.